empathy and vulnerability. A researcher and author who speaks eloquently on this topic comes to mind. Her name is Brené Brown. There has been a shift in recent years on the role of empathy and vulnerability and what they play in leadership, which enables trustworthiness and transparency in organizations. In fact, Brené Brown, one of her most powerful contributions was the TEDx Houston talk on the power of vulnerability. I highly recommend you check it out. A couple of things she mentioned is, quote, "Our ability to be daring leaders will never be greater than our capacity for vulnerability," end quote. And another one of my favorite quotes, quote, "Leadership is not about titles or the corner office. It's about willingness to step up, put yourself out there, and lead into courage. The world is desperate for braver leaders. It's time for all of us to step up," end quote, by Brené Brown. Empathy is putting yourself in the shoes of another person and feeling with them. That requires our own vulnerability as you're opening up towards someone, and thus that might be uncomfortable. However, the benefits, such as connection and fulfillment, are far greater than the temporary feeling of discomfort. As a leader, this can strongly enhance your connection with your team members and establish trust. Bringing empathy into your leadership style will also create a healthy environment for those around you and influence others to follow by example. As a leader, it is your responsibility to foster an atmosphere where people can feel heard, respected, and open in their communication. By creating a safe space for your teams to open up, you further encourage a culture where employees can thrive and grow together. When employees feel valued and accepted, they're motivated to bring their best work to the table and take ownership in creating a thriving business for all. If you want to further enhance empathy and vulnerability in your leadership style, start with the following. First, self-awareness. It is important to know how your own actions will affect the people around you and what you can be the consequences of it. It can help you handle certain situations and personalities around you in a positive way. Self-awareness is a great way to find out about who you are, how you relate with others, and become aware of your strengths and limitations. Next, listen. Take time to get to know your team members individually. Everyone has a story, and that story determines their drivers, motivations, values, and much more, which will help you understand that individual better and thus create an environment for thriving. Furthermore, touch base with your teams regularly. Listen to their concern. Allow space for implementing new ideas, even if failure follows. Create a safe space for them to fail. Next, mindfulness. When speaking with your team members, be mindful of the word choice. Are they worded positively? What impact will your words have? Slow down and be conscious of how you respond, either face-to-face, via email, or on a Zoom. Ask questions. Give your team members the floor and the lead on projects. Let them share their ideas and implement. Inquire how they believe a particular project can be done. What would they do differently? This will further develop a strong relationship and trust among your team. And finally, give back to community. Organize an opportunity for your team to participate in a cause that is close to them or the kind of business that you're in. Creating a space for your employees to give back to their communities together will go a long way in further creating a healthy, thriving working environment.